Good morning, all. I hope you slept well. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got a lot to say. I watched Baron and Ian last night. Fire. Cooking. Love it. And then I watched a documentary series on, what was it? Jody Heidenberg, a Mormon therapist out of Utah. That was Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh my goodness. She was a part of the Latter-day Saints. Oh my gosh, Mormon community. It was a very interesting documentary on Netflix, to say the least. It is mind-boggling to see, and it's crazy because it brings me to Candace and how much she mentioned yesterday's episode of in this investigation that she's doing with Charlie Kirk, how much sex trafficking and child trafficking is all wrapped up in it. You don't realize how prevalent that is in our country until you start untangling all this stuff, in reference to me and what I went through as a child, and then it just getting pushed under the rug. In different ways. We live in a country now where people use that type of abuse intentionally to control you. To control your mind, to control your forward trajectory. People are very sick individuals. Very sick individuals. And there's a lot of them that walk amongst us, unfortunately. And they can be your family. Your family. And we're going to talk about why family betrayal hurts more than any other kind. You know what I'm saying? It's a little spicy with family betrayal, to say the least. Family is supposed to be your first place to protect you, to validate you, to carry consistency, to care. Just to care. To care. Stand with you, support you, back you up, protect you. When betrayal comes from that source, it breaks the foundation of what home was supposed to mean. It creates a double wound. A person who betrayed you a dream of who they were supposed to be. That's the thing. Is popping that bubble. Realizing that you just don't know anybody, family or not, blood or not, and it's never our job to determine who somebody is supposed to be, because people just aren't the way that you are. They don't carry themselves the way that you do. There are really very many indecent people in this world. Betrayal is compounded by silence. Family betrayal often includes denial, wrongdoing, life insurance schemes, gaslighting, minimizing your experience. That never happened. What are you even talking about? You're being so dramatic. Golly, I've heard these so often enough. And not just even by my family, by my community, and it's just like, I'm at a place now where I'm so confident in my truth and what I know and what has been done to me. I'd be dang if somebody comes up to me and says some stupid crap like that again. You better be ready for a knockdown, drag out, right? Because I'm so confident in what I know has been done to me. This whole manipulative tactics, these whole illusions, like, oh, that never happened. Yeah, it did happen. It did happen, and I clocked it. And I'm sorry that you're a part of it. How about that? Okay? How about you're the one that's ill, not me, because you shouldn't have been on the side of the fence inflicting that onto somebody innocent. Anybody, first of all, but let alone an innocent single woman. So you're the ill person, not me. You guys are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Psychological and spiritual effects of a family betrayal. Okay? Secrets, trauma, shame, silence. It triggers generational patterns. This is something my family's been going on for generations. I'll tell you that. My family is very funny with money. They're very funny with money. They do some weird stuff with money. That's why a lot of my family's, unfortunately, up in heaven with God. They know they know what they do. They know what they're a part of. Spiritual meaning of family betrayal. Betrayal forces you to separate who you are from who your family told you to be. I'm pulling you out of the bloodline to heal what they refuse to face. And that was my biggest thing. That was my biggest thing. It was so hard for me to wrap my head around living in a world surrounded by people that I love so much, unconditionally. And again, I'm not talking about just my family. I'm talking about my friends, my community, my acquaintances, the companies I work for, the school in reference to my son, the Okaloosa County School Board, the teachers. I mean, just all of the above. All of the above. People have been so unkind to me for no reason. No reason. And it gets to a place where you realize that, okay, when you know you are not doing anything or pouring anything into this world to receive this treatment, and you haven't, but yet you're met with this treatment, you know that there is something higher than you happening. Like, it's unexplainable, right? And that's when I kind of started to realize, like, wow, this is bigger than me. This is far bigger than me. Far bigger than me. Overcoming betrayal is extremely difficult. It's difficult. It's not, I don't wish anything that I've went through on anyone. But unfortunately, we live in a world where there's just handlers handling. People doing really, really nasty things. Really nasty things. A part of really nasty things. I tell you what, these cults and how they operate and their verbiage is something to be said. I mean, watching that documentary on old Heidi her name was Jody. And watching how she talked and how she articulated with these people, because she pretty much considered herself a prophet for God, and what she said was the truth, and she was here to basically inflict evil, or she was here to ensure that those that sinned met their evil that they deserved, essentially, in a nutshell. Okay, it's my synopsis. And it's really quite crazy because there's a lot of Christians and just different types of religions that think that. It's like they feel as though they have been sent here, they're a prophet for God, and it is their job to play God's role at all costs. At all costs. They do some crazy stuff. And there's so many different areas in the world right now where this is at, whether it's in nonprofits, whether it's in businesses, whether it's in whatever, and there's so much skewedness on professionalism and religion and cult-like environment. There's a lot of skewedness. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. This is why this Christmas is acknowledging the truth of without minimizing it. As soon as I started acknowledging what I had been through and what was happening to me and what had been happening to me from the world around me, I started walking in my truth. Like, no, I'm not going crazy. This is truly happening. It's happening on a daily basis. It's been happening for a long time now. And I'll be dang if I'm going to let anybody outside of me make me feel less than what I am, because they're the ones deciding to inflict this on me for no reason. No reason. That is a them problem. That is not a me problem. That is their trauma, their fear, their insecurity, their spiritual immaturity. You have to accept this in betrayals. You have to accept this in mistreatment. You have to accept this in attacks. It has nothing to do with you. That it is a them thing. You know, that was the biggest thing for me, is let them. I've let everybody do whatever they want to do, take the lickings on the chin, and say whatever they want to say. I just kept them moving, kept steadfast on my little lane, doing my little thing. I get a little, veered off here and there, but I always kind of moving on back, Release the fantasy version of who they were supposed to be. That was a big one. Releasing the fantasy version of who they're supposed to be, especially with my family and my ex. That was really hard. I so badly wanted them to be these people that I thought that they were, unconditionally loving, upstanding people. I wanted that. And so it was really hard to come to the facing of letting it go. It's not abandonment, it's surrender and recognizing the truth. it's not okay for people to treat you like that, and you have to